by the time it discovers everything. Let's do it. Okay, so I just want to do one thing. I just want to pull the policy, install SCCM client. Hopefully, uh, that's it. So just focus. Okay, perfect. He got the policy because we have run the wire. Okay, so why? And just let him reboot. We will leave it. So discovery is running, so he will discover everything and then we will plan our migration. But whatever we covered before, we covered that in in-place migration, we are talking about side by side migration, side by side migration. So why we adopt the side by side migration? Quickly, I'm going to review by the time they discover and do everything, because our hardware is not compatible. And you have seen the picture, you have seen that if our Windows 11 machine is not compatible, operating system is not compatible with in our existing environment. So what I have to do now, I have to change my server. So means you have to buy new hardware. चलो ये एक as an example भी आपको ये नजर आ गया. There is no other way out. So now, if we had the old hardware, very old hardware, which was compatible up to Windows 10, so we upgraded from 7 to 10. Now the time has come that we have to upgrade our hardware and do that. So when we upgrade our hardware, as you know, in that you have operating system layer, you have okay, operating system layer, you have applications, drivers layer. Okay, so and then you have your apps layer, you have Microsoft updates layer, and here is system, you have another layer which is users related personal documentations or data. So now in in-place migration, what we did, we upgraded this layer, which was possible because the reason was that our hardware layer, this hardware was compatible with Windows 11, and that's why we don't need to buy new hardware, and we have to have only OS upgrade. So it's a simple way, easy way. So we create the upgrade package like yesterday, and we deployed the roll out the task sequence and we ran it, and he upgrades our operating system. We did lots of testing before. It's in the video which I posted in the group today, so you can see. And now if I create any upgrade task sequence, before even I upgrade task sequence, if I test uh, compatibilities, in the compatibilities, what did we notice yesterday? The ISO compatibility means operating system compatibility with our operating systems. Okay, we tested them. So uh, number one compatibility was um, hardware. All right. Second compatibility was our ADK and WinPE. And the third compatibility was site server itself, SCCM server itself. The version of the site server is compatible for now. So these are the compatibility. But in the side by side, this is about the yesterday. So now today's scenario is totally different because our when we started the migration and we tested that, तो ये पहला ही आपका compatible नहीं है. So then we cannot use the in-place migration method. For that, what we need to do is somehow we buy a new hardware. So this was your Windows 10 machine, Windows 10 professional machine. Okay. I know what I need to do is now I want to upgrade to Windows 11 professional, but my hardware is not good. So I bought a new hardware. I leased the new hardware company, I mean. And then what they did, of course, they actually installed OS layer, and then they installed so driver layers, and and then they for each line of business they install this, and they Up till today, they update the Microsoft patches, which are called Microsoft updates. Now here we got stuck again. Now when we here got stuck again, तो यहाँ पे what happened that we have to transfer. The reason why, let's suppose this user was using this machine. Let's say Awais is using this Windows 10 machine. Now this particular hardware, this particular laptop or desktop or machine, I want to give it to Awais now. It means that I need to make sure कि ये जो यूजर डेटा अवेस का है ये ही इस पर्टिकुलर मशीन पे ट्रांसफर हो. बाकी तो हमने प्रिपेयर कर लिया, राइट? मतलब यूसुफ का इसके ना हो, यूसुफ का जो मैं यूसुफ को डिवाइस दूं, Yusuf should have Yusuf's data should be transferred in that machine, and Awais data should be transferred in that machine, because when I give him the new hardware, or when he has the new hardware, so he got all the documents in the machine. Makes sense? So remember, side by side migration, side by side. See, side by side migration. Makes sense? Both devices are on the side and we are transferring the user's data. That's why this is called side by side. In place means within the hardware, you are just upgrading the operating in place within the hardware. So make sense? All right. So in terms of, then we discussed in terms of side by side migration, what we got. All right. So what we got to know that, number one, our on our site server, we should have a user state migration role installed. And number two, the major role for this is that who will help us to uh, migrate the data is called user state migration tool, USMT. Where that comes from, you can download it from Google as well. It is not a new tool. From long time it's being used in the user state migration, user related migration, only user data. This tool only helps in the user's data migration. Okay, so there are multiple files, folders, setting. If you want to know, watch here for a second. Um, um, Tell me about user USMT tool. All right. Now, if you look at this USMT tool, what is user state migration? This is the Microsoft one. The overview may they can download and install, so you can download it from here as well. But also, can you see? So why in the SCCM server this ADK and WinPE is very important, because with the WinPE your boot files and everything comes for OS deployment, and in terms of your other stuff like users data migration or something, ADK assessment and deployment toolkit is, he has lots of other stuff, but one of this is ADK, oh sorry, USMT. And you can user state migration tool technical reference. Just see technical reference in that. See what kind of files he scan. These are the files, kind of files he scan. All right, so when he runs it, he goes to scan state, local state, USMT utility, and then USMT also include a set of three modifiable XML files: make app, make doc, make user. You got my point? So related to user, make app, make docs, make a user. All right, so these are the files he used. If you want, you can see it, or if you want it, I can copy paste on the paint, and you can. You want me to do it? Huh? So you can read this. It's very useful tool. All right, so I would say let me paste it here. Okay, so just 1 second. Okay, so you got it. So these are the files he used, right? Scan state. But first he scans, he load that. He scans now what kind of data he has. He load it and then he migrate them. Okay, make sense? All right, so do you understand this USMT tool importance? When you install the ADK, it comes with it, but definitely I was telling you again, compatibility. Sometimes you need to upgrade your USMT tool as well according to the operating system you're touching. For that reason, very simple, go to Google, ADK version, download, uninstall, and install it. Okay? I think we discussed in detail. All right. So first comes first, I have my Windows 10 ready. All right. If you look at that, uh, that's my Windows 10 client. If you look at this machine, um, we have it here. And remember, we created some folder and file in the document and all that. So when he migrate and apply, so it means there's two steps here. First, he captures it, then he deploy on the next machine. But you should tell him which machine you should deploy this user data to which machine, right or not, right? So everything will be set up in the in the Microsoft SCCM server. All right. So this is the machine I'm going to choose. So this is my new folder. All right. So that's my machine, and now I will go back here. All right. So these were two files. So I'm gonna remove them. They're very heavy files, unnecessary. He's here, so I'm going to create my finance docs folder here. That's my personal as a company employee, or text file, or MS Word, or Excel, or whatever. So let's suppose you have some sort of data. All right, so maybe you have something in the video. This is all your user data folder, profile, user profile information. All right. So let's suppose we do it, and in the download, if you have anything in the download, so when he will capture and apply on the new machine, everything will be set up. Document will go to document, everything, desktop will go to desktop, your wallpaper, everything. So bottom line, what he's going to do is he's going to go here on the background, and you can select which user you want to migrate, or only one user. Actually, he's going to capture these folders, and then he's going to apply over there to the new machine. That's what you're looking for. Because if you look at this, all subfolders are here. The same thing, right? Or not? Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's log off from here from for now, and let's get back to your. Okay. So we are preparing it. So we are setting it up, and we are starting the migration now. So now what we need to prepare. Now, if you look at your Windows 11 machine, all right. So it's very simple. You just deploy the operating system, add them into the domain, and all the applications for different line of businesses will go into the appropriate. Now you got all the application on Windows 11. No. What does it mean? As I explained to you that you can create a task sequence. With the task sequence, you can deploy. You can you can deploy drivers in the task sequence or application or updates, or you just first two layers you deploy, add him into the domain. SCCM will discover, he will go to his collection, and all every device will get its own line of business application, because you can set up the query method for even new devices. Make sense? So remember, you just throw the task sequence, he will become a domain member, he will go to OU, and then through that OU, he will be discovered, and then further he will go to appropriate collection. SCCM client will be installed, and he will start getting the application automatically. You have seen that. Make sense what I'm talking about? Through query method, we have set up the collections. Remember? So now the time has come that we have to prepare this. So now what we need that. Number one requirement. Requirement number one is that user state migration role. This is a SCCM site server role, and then USMT should be there. I will show you, and you have to distribute, and I will write it down. Number two, USMT should be there, and distribute distribute it. Why distributed? Because you will create another kind of task sequence. In the task sequence, you will tell him that use this tool. So when device will run the task sequence, he will go ask the distribution point, give me the tool, give me the USMT tool to capture, right? Okay. Now let's start. What you need to do over here, number one, you have to prepare it. Number one, you have to see if my user state migration tool is being installed. All right. So number one is here. There's another kind of migration. I will show you. So we will have approximate class next week, Saturday, last day of SCCM. Okay. And then we're going to start the cloud. So first day of the cloud, I will recommend everything because you have to understand the cloud account creation, free wala. So please try to come in person. Okay. So operating system. Hmm. So now, number one, administration, look at your site server. When you look at your site server, sorry, इसको एक मिनट minimize करिए. Site server, and I just want to show you here. When I selected the site server state migration point, it means this is your state migration point. Can you see everybody? Yes, online people. So we yesterday installed it, and if you look at the property, you can always modify this rule rather than uninstalling and installing. You can have more places, or you can select and remove this one. Remember, we gave him a space where he's going to capture and save it. So MIG file will be created over there, means migration file. तो ये वो जगह है और उसके बाद when you want to delete the captured file for after how long, 1 day, 2 day, or immediately, just to spare the space to capture more devices. And you know this, right? All right, and we told him that this role will be taken care of within this boundary only. He will entertain only the devices residing in this device boundaries, right? All right, so this we configured yesterday and we are good to go. Okay. Okay, next is uh, come to okay, come to software library. Can you see application management? Huh? When you click on application management, can you see packages? The packages means that whatever package built in came in, remember? That's your SCCM client package, all right? What is this? So you come here and right click, and that's a version of the USMT. Can you see that? So that should be comparable. So anyways, I will just simply go ahead and distribute content. All right, so one time you distribute to distribution point, you think involved in the user state migration and close. So just wait for that. Clear? The next important stuff. What happens in the terms of management? So we tested that, we created we distributed the USMT. The side by side is very simple. The only thing is you need to understand how to do it, why we doing it. Now, number one, you have to use a state migration role. You have to install. Second, you have to distribute built-in, which came through the ADK installation here. Okay. Next thing, you have to come into your assets and compliance. Yes or not? Yes. Now, you should do one thing. You should be creating a separate collections. The devices, old devices, and the new devices, Windows 11, because Windows 11 is already part of this guy. He's in the record of SCCM because we added him already. You must have to add, otherwise you cannot migrate. Why? Because if you create a different collection, it's better to create different collection, how many devices we are migrating and what we are doing. Okay. Then you have to, what is this? It is in the assets and compliance, and expand the collection or no, but you need to create a separate collections. Okay. Like old devices, new devices. What is this? Come here, right click. Can you see computer association? What does it mean by computer association? Remember, I told you that I want to associate devices, that which device users data will might be migrated to which device. तो ये अगर आप नहीं करेंगे तो आपका नहीं होगा. तो I want Awais window, this device will have a MAC address, correct? I will associate, okay, ये line up different है green color की. So I have to, in my SCCM server, I will associate in these two devices. Now, using this association, SCCM server will know that if any data is captured, users data captured from old device will be migrated to this device because they have a association. I'm telling him that this is Awais old machine and this is the Awais new machine. So whenever you capture, because when you run this task sequence, capture task sequence, I will create. When you run this task sequence, you run it maybe on how many devices? 1,000 devices, maybe 500 devices, maybe 200 devices, maybe 300 devices every night. Then he will capture. Once he captured, no, you want to again deploy on the collection, in the collection that apply task sequence. That, okay, he will receive another task sequence, go and get your user data. How would this machine know which data he has to throw to this? So if machine association has to be created. When I will do it complete, then I will come back and you will understand it better. All right. So remember I was talking about that this should go there. So using this association, you can define which user's data should go to which user new machine. So come back here. What is this? Source computer, old computer. कहाँ से मैंने कैप्चर करना है? जहाँ से कैप्चर करना है तो वो है आपका just hold on. Let me check the name of this machine. Okay, let me check the name. So machine name के थ्रू आप सर्च करें और इसको दें. You know, this is my existing machine. All right, so you can check here as well, or you can have a list ready. अभी तो हमारे पास एक है तो हम ऐसे ही कर रहे हैं कि ये देखो Windows 10 22H2. Be careful. Be careful. You give him in the source the right name. Okay, so we come here and all collections, or what do you want to do? Browse and just computer name, advanced. Okay, just filter. Uh, what is that? Windows? Okay, come back here, or you can select from here. You can also select from collection as well. Remember, ये collection है ना? इसमें या you can select collection specifically or all collections में से ढूंढ सकता हूँ. नहीं समझ आई तो हम all collection कर लें या specific collection कर लें. Okay, समझ आ रही है? Okay, so just computer container name क्या था? Windows 10 hyphen 22H2. ऐसे ही है? You got it? Look at the MAC address of that NIC or something. Okay, or you can go to specific collection. This came so quick because people have hundreds of collections and thousands of devices, so you can go into the specific collection and start doing it. Remember I was telling you in a while to manage your migration, so you add all the old devices which you need to migrate the data from in the new collection, and then उधर से भी कर सकते. नहीं समझ आई? Okay, so I'm saying this is my source. You got the source, and where you're gonna apply this data which I will capture from this source. तो Windows 11 का नाम क्या था? This is Windows 11. चलो इसका भी host name देख लेते हैं ताकि we are being specific. Host name Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so come back here. All right, so all collection or whatever, you can get it from here, or all collection, Windows 11. All right, so this is the one. You got MAC address from this, and you have you seen that? All right, everything. Okay, users account. Which user accounts means users data you want to capture and migrate. Look, capture and restore specific account. Give him the account name. Hello. User account to migrate. Look at this. You can give him the user account here, or you can browse from the Active Directory, just like this guy. Or who maybe sometimes what happens in the call center or something, remember, multiple users work in the shifts. So when multiple user work in the shift, so multiple user use the same devices. So sometimes people migrate multiple users data, 8 to 9 different user on the similar device, just like call center shifts. याद है टर्मिनल सर्वर में मैंने आपको बताया था license by user, license by computer. So same scenario. All right. So I'm capturing the all of the data. All right. So this is the association for user you enter need to be migrated. कौन सा user यार? I didn't mention any user. Huh? Specify user that you need to be migrated. चले दोबारा करते हैं जरूरत थी नहीं मैं सारे वो उसने सेलेक्ट तो किया है ऑल चलो स्पेसिफाई करते हैं एक मिनट यार विंडोज 10 अब विंडोज 10 में कौन कौन सी हैं ये तो ना करो ये तो चवल ही मारी है मैंने वरना आप कंफ्यूज होंगे रियल एनवायरनमेंट जस्ट गिव हिम द प्रॉपर नेम ओके विंडोज 11 only one so that is simple all right so apply okay he came here capture and restore specific user capture all user account and restore specific name capture and restore specific and restore specific account capture and restore all user account good or good now watch here for a second now have you seen that this is source and what kind of migration is that that's it for each device is created hmm? There will be a homework there should be a homework there should be a list source destination so excel sheet or something when you have thousands of that so you associate and double check okay so all good now can you see here migration started no तो स्टेटस आपको यहीं पे बताएगा किसका कैप्चर हो के कहाँ रिस्टोर हो चुका है यहीं से आप स्टेटस देख सकते हैं क्योंकि कई मशीन ऑस्ट्रेलिया में होंगी कई डिवाइसेस दे आर इन द डिफरेंट कंट्रीज और डिफरेंट offices right good or good now last thing we need to be worried about so do you understand this association now the last thing is to do this we have to create two kind of task sequences capture task sequence and second one is apply I think task sequence and these ones we have to install manually oh sorry create manually the capture one will be distributed not distributed applied on this collections restore one will go to the collection where this machine is remember I was telling you that please make sure you create your collections source and target or name it old or new devices so I will create a new collection okay So what I need to do is that I will create a new collection, a collection folder name. It will be, I will say, migration. All right. So Windows 10 to Windows 11, uh, Windows 10 to Windows 11 migration collection. Z, because in folder you can create multiple collection. All right, so you got it. Now here you create whatever name you want or company's policy. What? Source devices, right? And which collection you want to collect it from. Just this is a lab. I'm gonna just select one. You know, direct method, correct? Because we are using direct, we are using only one device in the lab, so I can use direct. Okay, and that is Windows 10. 1 minute. Percentage Windows 10. Uh-oh. Shift percentage host name and percentage. He will, I think, show you all the Windows 10 devices, not anything else. You got it? Or you can give him the full name and he will give you one device. Make sense? So that device only I want, because I only one device, right? I want to add into this collection, and thank you very much. And just schedule, don't worry about it, because we are doing lab, all right? So this collection related stuff, you know that I have told you. Now in the same folder, you will create another collection that will be destination, target, whatever your company says, all right? uh, यही नाम रखा था मैंने उसका भी, and just do whatever you want to, description, comment, लिखें जो भी आप लिखना चाहते हैं. All right, so this is next. I'm using direct method collection. What happened? Oh, sorry, direct method. And in the direct method, I'm going to give him percentage, Win 11 percentage. So he will go for Windows 11 specific names if you want to do that. So go ahead and do it. And just click next and click next. So automatically you will see that these are, because when I will deploy the task sequence on the source collections, in the source collection, there are 1,000 devices. You will go and start capturing. So according to the picture, that's why I created two separate collections. Huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So do you understand these task sequences? Yes, sir. Okay. So let's create the capture one. Capture one. There's in SCCM, there are some certain things which they don't mention. They don't automatically create, like image task sequence, upgrade task sequence, certain task sequence other than those option given. You can create custom task sequence according to your need. So I'm gonna show you that. So these both task sequence, these both task sequences will be, these both task sequences will be, yes, created manually. Thank you. So now come back to your software library, operating. So you know where is the operating system? Okay, close the application. We have to check, is our package, this package is being distributed, right? So it's green, all good, correct? So now we are good to create a task sequence. So minimize this, come to operating system and go to task sequence. Same way, go to task sequence. But here, when you try to create task sequence, what is this? Everybody can see? No, it will give you task sequence. So this is my capture. नाम जरूर लिखिए ताकि पता हो मैं किसको किस पे डिप्लॉय कर रहा हूँ. Is it good? Yes. Uh, this is created to capture users data from source systems or laptops or devices. All right, you don't need to give him any boot.vim file. You don't need it because everything will be in USMT. All right, so click next. Okay, and thank you. Click next and done. Now, when you open the capture task sequence and try to edit, there's nothing. No, you said it. Okay. Okay, come back here. Come to user state. User state related. You have to request the state store, then you have to capture it and release it. So first thing in the capture, he will request, he will say, hey, I want to capture. So what you want to select here? Capture or restore? Thank you. So, okay, you got it. If computer account fails to connect, state store, use the network account. Okay. All right. Pehla task ho gaya. Next, what do you want? Capture? Capture. And when you select this task, which package? यही हमने distribute किया है ना? No, make sense? Okay, so capture all user profile by using standard option. If you want to modify, select configuration files, what files you want to capture, what not. You can do that, enable verbose, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about it. Leave it as default. Okay, capture using shadow copy. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what's next? Once you capture, जान छोड़ दो उसकी. Release it now. मशीन के अंदर घुसेगा ना पहले तो यूजर अकाउंट नहीं नेटवर्क अकाउंट फिर कैप्चर करेगा आफ्टर कैप्चरिंग थैंक यू बस 3 टास्क करो जाके अप्लाई एंड ओके now this is your capture task now come back create what restore custom which one which you're gonna apply on the target machines new machines yeah you can write it down this is great to apply on target machines or not source target okay so click that and that's it create it and modify it that's your restore and please edit that okay and edit and come again here what request but in the request you will tell the machine I'm bringing some new users data next step तो करो इसको restore करो तो not capture what which tool yes or not yes customize users profile means users data restore local computer user uh, don't worry about it continue if some files cannot be restored okay that's enough and then once you're done thank you please okay double check please did I give him this all good we're good perfect ये जो सेकंड ऑप्शन थी ना रिस्टोर की तो इसमें वो जो लोकल आईडीज वगैरह जो हैं वो भी आप कर सकते machines की okay that's it so if you look at our diagram we understand spick and span simple side by side when hardware is not compatible so you buy new hardware you just throw operating system bring him into the SCCM move him to the right OU right move him into the right OU and SCCM will sync it, discover it, throw him into the finance collection or this because deployment is already done. SCCM client will be installed, then he will automatically start throwing the applications. Just what happened in this um, Windows 11 machine? Did I install this? No. I just add him into the OU. Policy applied the SCCM client, discovered it, through query method, we created the finance collection in this. So they went into the appropriate collection, तो उस collection पे पहले ही deploy हुई हुई थी application, तो वो जिस पे नहीं हुई तो उसने फट करके कर दिया, नहीं समझ गए. All right. So now we installed that, we created that, but we did not reboot it after all that. So take 10 minutes break and we're going to finish it. Let me reboot these devices and maximum. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on. Okay. So we don't need this. First thing first, we need to deploy capture task sequence, deploy, browse, collection, source. Okay, see one devices. Okay, click next. Make it available तो हम लोग देख लें working उसकी. Otherwise you can do next. 7. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, click this. Next. Okay, no, come back to device. Open the software center. Software center cannot be loaded. Software center cannot be loaded. This is a problem loading to require component for software center. You can try launching software center later time. Okay. Shit. Good. Problems आ रही हैं तो अच्छी बात. अभी तो किया. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Now what I can do, I can install client and I can say uninstall the previous one and reinstall it. Can you see that? Something wrong with that. No, मैं quick fix चाह रहा हूँ. किस पे कर रहे हैं? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Okay, so come back again. Source, sorry. Okay. नहीं नहीं client is yes. For some reason, yeah, थोड़ी देर में आ जाएगी. देखते हैं ना की के अंदर. तो let's see. नहीं नहीं वो सिर्फ पॉलिसी में होते हैं. पुश मेथड से कर रहा हूँ ना. I want to see if that okay it's right here. Let's see. Let's see. So we will uninstall the previous one, install once more time. So let's see, that might fix it. Still working. Let's open up a CCM setup file. So just check the logs. Raise pending client deployment state message. Okay, so again, he's trying to install. Just wait a little bit. Everything else looks fine. So CCM setup is finished, right? Let's see now. Good? Yes, sir. Look, it's logical. You must have to understand when I troubleshoot. This is the money. Sida sida, nobody likes it. It never happened to me in my whole life, in that when I was doing a project or since I'm teaching SCCM. But that's a logic. Because I remember the push method has the option to uninstall the old one and reinstall it. So just wait. Okay, what happened? By looking at this, I believe what happened. If you remember, last time these old tabs were on the left side. So when I upgraded the SCCM client, he did not update the SCCM server. It did not update. He did not update the SCCM client properly, or maybe during because this machine was off and we upgraded 2 months ago, and switches were rebooting, shutting down, or something was happening. So this is a logic. Your brain should work really fast to resolve the issue. So you got it? Yes, sir. So this is your software, because it will not come as an installation status software or option. Uh, okay, apply. It will not work as this. It will not work come as a OS. It will come as a software. Okay. So see task sequence. So just select and install it. He's downloading the USMT. Okay. Now he downloaded. Now he's doing what? Request state store. And then he will, after that, he will capture. Then he will release. But remember, this USMT tool must be compatible as well. So this is how you capture. Now let me go back to Windows 11 and let me see if I can open up SCCM client. Number two, after opening up SCCM client, number three, I will deploy the restore one over here. Okay. So come back here. Can you see Software Center or search पे type कीजिए. Okay, Software Center. Okay. Why this happened? Because the SCCM, this is old. This is old. Why? Because my package in Active Directory is manual package where I copied the MSI format, and he will continue. He will be continued like this. So what's going to happen in a while or some time later? I select. Remember in the site I selected how often, after how long you should update the SCCM client. You will see in a while, if you keep running, it will update the client. Make sense? Okay. All right. Let me see if that is successful. Failing. Yes, it's fine. It's a generic error. Even you can type it. It could be your compatibility issue. All right. So retry this one. So he didn't capture it. For some reason, the USMT client package is not compatible. Anyways, let's suppose he captured. So what you need to do is come back to your endpoint, come back to your task sequence, and this is my restore task sequence. All right, and I will deploy that task sequence on the target collections like source, destination. All right, so click next, available. All right, so enable the timing for this to run. Okay, okay, okay. Get it from this, done. Okay. No, Windows 11, uh, the on firewall, that's fine. Windows 11 one is here. All right, so let's go back to this. So why is failing? For the information, contact your system administrator. Guys, I'm 100% sure the USMT package is not compatible. Okay. Uh, Firefox past due, no problem. So download, installing. I just want to see. Okay. Yeah, it's not compatible. And I will go here on my firewall, no, control panel on my Windows 11 machine, and I will go to large icon and configuration manager and come in action, just recycle them. Okay, file collection, do it multiple times, and machine is this one. Okay, just wait a little bit. I will update deployment scan. Okay, it's here now. Okay, so All the applications are here, but if you look at the operating system, this is the restore one. Okay, it's available. So downloading, installing software. Okay, it's available status because I gave him available status. So now then what you need to do is then run that, and then what he's going to do, he's gonna get waiting to install. So he's gonna get all the stuff from the location. All right. So check readiness for that, removing everything, upgrading operating system. Uh, did I do restore? No? Okay. Now come back to my machine here. So if you look at this, so when he captures the stuff, can you see users? No, no, sorry, users data. Can you see that? It migration status. So he will be here. And from here, the guy will restore on the devices. Now, if you come back to your SCCM console, and if you come back here in the console, and you see the my reference, remember where I set up the reference, device references, the status will come up over there. So you for that, you go back here and you will see the status side by side, not started yet because captured, not started. But this is how it works. So whenever you do it, Baral, ये कौन सा इस पे मैंने फेंक दिया है यार? हाँ? अच्छा वो in place वाला तो नहीं चल रहा? I think ये hold on. By mistake, I think I deployed. So come to collection, okay, and come back here and see which stuff is deployed on the source and destination. Deployment, restore task sequence. That's fine. So do you understand the process for side by side?
Yes, sir.
All right. With this, there is something called ITIL. End of the after the courses, I will teach you ITIL. For all kind of projects, you have to get the change approval, this, that, CRF form, how you what is CRF change request form, how to get approval, we'll talk about that. But anyway, so far, are you okay with side by side?
Yes, sir.
इसकी पिक्चर लेना तो मैं स्टेप बाय स्टेप लिखता हूँ जैसे कल मैंने आपको वो लिख के दिया गुड
Yes, sir.
ओके
तो डाउन करें नीचे वाली को।
जी जी ये तो आप गूगल से भी पढ़ सकते हैं लेख देख सकते हैं ये इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट USMT okay
Yes, sir.
all right new okay now number one in side by side migration in
Side by side.
why you use side by side okay
Yes, sir.
if your hardware is not hardware existing hardware ठीक है
Yes, existing hardware.
existing hardware is not
Compatible.
compatible with that. Number two, what you need to do is
Back to one.
deploy operating system on new devices, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then after that, ये इसके ज़्यादा स्टेप नहीं है
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि पैकेज रेडीमेड आता है पैकेज टू your distribution point. Number three, create machine references No, you know what I'm talking about. Number 5, create, capture, and restore task sequences. Better to create source and destination collections. Then apply or deploy, appropriate task sequences to collections. Note, please first capture, then restore. Good?
Yes, sir.
Picture level. Hmm? लेंज ओके
Yes, sir.
अब एक तो और तरह की माइग्रेशन छोटी सी फॉर एग्जांपल you have a device, you have an existing device, and we have everything ready. Our device is compatible and we have different layers, correct or not correct?
Yes, sir.
Hanji?
Yes, sir.
Okay. OS layer, everything. Let's suppose चल लिखें और ये लास्ट थोड़ा सा रह गया है इसको माइग्रेशन को आज खत्म कर रहे हैं OS layer, drivers, apps, updates, okay, and users, data. And always remember machine में एक और भी होती है network settings and Windows settings. Yes or not yes?
Yes, sir. Doesn't this fall under the user balance?
No, it's device related. And I want to remove everything. I don't want the only this layer. What I need, I don't care. Remove it. So you know that everything is saved in the C drive. Now, when everything is saved in the C drive, so I'm ready to format it. Because with this task sequence, task, I have the imaged task sequence. You know, the first one we did it. You have already an image install.vim.
Yes, sir.
Image available. Image means image available. Golden image or whatever you can modify. Okay. And then what you need to do is you with this you create a task sequence. With that you create you add this image OS image, right? You add apps, you add the drivers, you add the Microsoft updates, and maybe this is new software, new operating system. Again, we are worried about this one and this one. For that, you need to install user state migration role,
Yes, sir.
and you have to distribute USMT. वो तो आपने कर दिया. आई मैं आपको बस सिर्फ टास्क सीक्वेंस के अंदर ऑप्शन बताता हूँ कि आप कर सकते हो. For that reason, please pay attention. It's just last 10 minutes. Come to the task sequence. Grab this one. Correct? मैंने कहा ना image one. Next, task sequence name, give him the boot.vim compatible one. Yes? And your which one? This one, operating system, correct? And you enter your product key. Do you want to partition it? Do you want to configure BitLocker? He will BitLock your machine, but you need to have a BitLocker environment running. I don't want it. This is your local user, local administrator password. He will, your machine has that built-in local administrator. उसका password भी set कर देगा. ये तो आपको पता है. यहाँ ही है. You want to join the domain or whatever? नहीं समझ आई. So आपने कहा जी, okay, I want to join this domain and I want to go to this OU, correct? And this is my administrator username password, and don't test it. Remember the glitch we had? And just give it to him and make sure you type it correctly and good to go. Click next. Software update point. Fallback status point. We know we had this rule. All right, so click next. Here you go. Now what he's going to do is going to capture the users and Windows setting, network setting first, and then format. And when after deploying operating system, application, drivers, everything, he's going to restore the users and network setting. नहीं समझे? नहीं. देखें, पढ़िए इसको. यहां से इसको दीजिए टूल फिर, लेकिन टूल must be distributed. And because he has to capture and restore, so the user state migration role and location must be given to SSIN server. ऐसे ही है? Yes, sir. Save user setting, file and state migration point. Save captured locally by linking instead of the copying file. तो आप local ही वो एक कैशे में सेव कर सकता है डिवाइस. नहीं समझ आई? ऐसे ही है? Yes, sir. Okay. This action will capture the configuration of network. Do you want to configure like IP address, firewall setting, everything? Yes. And Windows related? Yes, do it. Microsoft updates, add the applications. Yes or not? Yes. And good to go. And watch this task sequence. Now, when you see this task sequence, ये वाला ना, जो मैंने कोई नाम नहीं रखा, मैंने ऐसे रखा. Look at how he's going to behave. View it. He will not format. He will do what? Users, and then he will boot from BIOS and he will go as normal and he will restore the files from location. Okay. Just 1 second. So again, for this you must have to distribute the USMT tool and add the role. नहीं समझ आई? चलें इसको डिप्लॉय करके ऐसे में आपको रन करके दिखा देता हूँ. Okay, so okay. Destination, okay. Source, चलें. Available, compatible to whoever has a configuration manager client. Remember we used to do PXE for unknown devices? Yes, sir. नहीं समझ आई? Software reboot, everything is set. Let's just have this task sequence just to have a look. That's it. Right? Depends how you like, how company decide and everything. All right, so what I can do is, of course I told you ना, क्या हो गया भाईजान? ठीक है. ठीक है. Installation failed. That's fine. Okay, so please come back to Endpoint Manager. Okay, I've been telling you that you can pull the packages, new packages by going into, but you don't have access to the client machines. So what you can do, you come to your collections. Let's say this is your whole collection. Right click on the collection, client notification. ऐसे ही है. Look, you can again push further from this place. क्योंकि you don't have access to each machine ना. So client notification, user, client, computer policy, collect software. Okay, so you can further push that. It's same as client machine when you pull it. Okay. Yes, sir. All right. So what is remaining? Okay. In the meantime, come to monitoring. Do you know these queries? Huh? These are built-in queries. If you want to see your old systems, double click and look data. Sometimes your manager asks you, give me the information, configuration manager, unique identifier, source ID, system, and NetBIOS name of each machine, what kind of machine, computer. See, they are built in. All right. You can select and export this report and give it to them. Sometimes your manager asks you report which is not built in, just like you went to this one. Nah? So these are built-in queries. Personal devices, all system, the system with hardware inventory collected, and this and this and this. These are built-in queries set up. But sometimes your managers ask you which a report which is not available using built-in. So you have to set up your query. So next week we'll start from here. And then we will overall any questions you guys have, anything related to SCCM, please clear it because next Saturday is the last Saturday of this because this topic is remaining. I know monitoring and I even explained you these tabs if you remember because I know nobody focused or nobody bothered to cover up SCCM in last 2 months. I know. So please try to take advantage. One day we will spend over here. You want me to create a package, you want me to create a collection, you want me to create a query method, you want me to add devices, you want me to even install. Bring your food, stay with me till 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. I will repeat the SCCM and come here at 5:30. I will cover the whole SCCM. How's that? और क्या करूं फिर अडॉप्ट ही कर लेता हूं तुम लोगों को नहीं समझ आई whatever you want me to do प्लीज मैसेज मी इन द ग्रुप ताकि मैं उस माइंडसेट से आऊं खाना ले आओ अपना टेक अ ब्रेक टेबल पे बैठ के खाओ आई डोंट केयर चाय ले आओ टेबल पे बैठ के पियो आई डोंट केयर बैठो खाओ पढ़ो जो क्वेश्चन है क्लियर कर लो होप यू अंडरस्टैंड नो क्वेश्चंस
No, sir.
स्टॉप